Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of August 2023. And I want to take my time with this one and really get a thorough reading. And first, I want to talk about what's going on astrologically. So I'm filming this on July 22nd. This is the beginning of Venus retrograde in Leo. And this effect will be taking place until September 3rd. So that means the entire duration of August, you will be under this influence where you're going to mentally, emotionally revisit older relationships and friendships and wounds and really ponder it and sit with that in your energy. You may also be sitting in this energy of creativity and wanting to invest your money into your appearance, into your home, into your personal creative journey. I'm seeing a lot of writing in particular, so some of you may be journaling a lot this month, writing a book, starting a blog, writing music, something like that. I'm seeing so much creative energy. I mean, we have Venus in retrograde in Leo as we are in Leo season as well. And then towards the tail end of August, we go into Virgo season, which is all about taking that creative energy, taking those hobbies and that inspiration and turning it into a fruitful endeavor that helps many people. So this is the perfect turning point in 2023 for any creatives or light workers to put their work out there and help heal many people, or spread your art, your beauty, your ideas, your wisdom, your advice to many people. And I see a huge shift in the collective this month where many of us are going from focusing so heavily on everything going on around us, on all the different people in our lives and their needs, their wants, what's best for them, your job, your boss, your this, your that. And you're taking the time to shift back inwards. And that's the retrograde. You're going back within yourself. In all areas, Venus, which is your creativity, your love life. So many of you are reclaiming a secure attachment style after codependency. You are focusing back on what you want, what you need, and just becoming a lot more stable, consistent, securely attached. That's the overall energy I'm feeling for the collective this month. So let's dive into Aries energy. If you're an Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this will apply to you. So first, we're actually going to start out with a message from your spirit guides and ancestors. We have, of course, inspire passion. That literally, and I didn't see any of these cards yet. This literally is what we just said, taking your creativity, your wisdom, your advice, your everything, and sharing that with the world. Life devoid of passion can become a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life, contribute to life, contribute to this beautiful picture of this time in history, 2023 on Earth. What does that look like? Well, you are a beautiful creator. You could be someone really huge, someone who has a lot of contributions here. And your ancestor, or what's the opposite of ancestors? The people that come after you, if you have children, or even if you don't have children, and this is just future generations to come anyways, can look back at you and read up on you, study you, look back into their ancestry and say, wow, that person, that ancestor of mine was really cool. They really lived life to the fullest and they put their work out there. They had something very special, a talent that was uniquely theirs, and they put it out there in the world. That should be your story that you leave behind. That should be your legacy. I'm seeing you create a legacy. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. Okay. Putting your passions out there. Mama Moon is coming in to say new moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. Whenever Sagittarius comes out, especially paired with the new moon, expansion is key. New moon in Sagittarius, this time of year is very, very happy. So this is like beginning of December usually. That's when everyone's happy in like the holiday spirit. Just excited, shopping, running around. That's the energy of Sagittarius. So it's very fun, very expansive. Luck is on your side. Businesses do well with this moon, okay? So I am seeing more sales for a lot of you, or forward momentum when it comes to your creative projects and goals, which is stunning. Prosperity. Yep. To clarify that message, prosperity is coming through Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Guys, Aries, this is your month. This is your time to shine. You are in a fire season. So for the better half of August, it's going to be Leo season, your sister sign, okay, another fire sign, which means this should be a very lucky, blessed time for you. Sun, moon, rising, or Venus, especially sun signs though. I just feel so much money, sales, gifts, blessings, abundance coming through from what you are passionate about. Okay, some of you are turning your creative passions into profits or into some type of project that you're putting out there that will lead you to more prosperity, however you need it. So beautiful messages. We're going to pick 9 tarot cards, 3 rows of 3. I already have them laid out here. They're all face down. I haven't seen any of them. First card out is the 10 of Pentacles in reversed. Okay. Past few weeks and months, you may have felt like you needed to recuperate some money here. There may also be some big shifts and changes in your home life. I'm seeing roommates or your living situation is changing. Or there could be like a new addition or some type of project that needs to be done. I'm seeing changes around the home coming out very strongly for you in August. Some of you may be renovating, painting, decorating, investing money into the home, or trying to make your home base a place that can bring in more prosperity. And you could do that through getting a roommate, growing plants that you may sell or use yourself to save money. Or, our home bases, I feel like we're very out of touch with this way of living. But back in the day, people's homes were where they made their money. That's where they would sew quilts and clothing that they might barter. They would raise pigs and sheep and goat to, create materials or food. And, that your home base is where prosperity is rooted, okay? So I am seeing you kind of focusing on creating a home base that roots you more prosperity. This could also be, some of you might be actually creating a home office space for yourself, or just making a creative space in general. Like if you're an artist, maybe you have a spare room in your home or a little corner that you're not using, a nook, okay? And you are turning that into a little creative space where you can just go and let your ideas flow out of you, okay? A little writer's nook or artist's closet, I don't know. Second card out, we have 3 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Aries, there is something here coming through about a certain friendship or friendships in your life. I was kind of picking up on this energy here. Now, some of you, this may resonate, some of you it may not resonate, but if it does resonate, like try not to get defensive here. I do feel like there may be a friendship in your life where the other person may want to distance themselves from you. For whatever reason that may be. This could be the boundaries of friendship being pushed a little bit too far. Okay, so for example, like a workplace flirtation, a workplace crush, your work husband or wife. That energy is pushed a little bit too far and they might get uncomfortable, or it just might, I don't know, like I'm seeing here a situation where the line between romance and friendship becomes a little blurry, and it may cause some weirdness, some weird tension. This may be a theme that you kind of work through during this Venus retrograde, which will last until September 3rd. So if this is an issue in your life, or you feel this energy somewhere in your life where it's like, are we friends? Is this romantic? Like, where is the line drawn? I see you very clearly being asked to draw that line this month. Or you may notice someone else doing this to you. So for a lot of Aries, I feel like you may be kind of pushing the boundary here. But for others of you, this could be like someone else in your life is pushing the boundary. Or maybe you're both doing it. Maybe it's a mutual thing here where it just gets pushed a little bit, like flirtatiousness, friendship, I don't know. Third card out, we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Yes, creating more time for that creativity, turning that creativity into a profit. That is literally the message of the 9 of Pentacles. She has many hobbies. She has a little vineyard here. She loves growing grapes, and she has turned it into a profitable business, making wine, selling grapes, whatever she be doing, she making money. That's why we have the Pentacles. She's really into falconeering as well, and fashion and homesteading. She has so many hobbies, passions, and interests that she has turned into a profit. And, you know, we see here a beautiful home in the background. She uses her home base as this beautiful place for prosperity to grow. Now, this is coming out in reverse, which leads me to believe what we said earlier, which is kind of creating a space within your home that will lead you to more creativity or profits. Like, maybe it may not seem connected, but maybe the idea you have to make a little writer's nook in your home, or an art studio, or a music corner or something, I don't know, maybe that idea actually leads you to creating a piece of art or a piece of, like, a novel, some type of creative thing that you may end up selling, making a profit off. Maybe some of you are creating a little knitting room or sewing room, and you might not think anything of it. It's just a hobby for you. But once you have that space, and once you neatly organize it, and you see all the fabrics on the wall, and you get creatively inspired, and it's just like one creative idea comes after the next, and this can turn into a whole business that becomes very profitable. So I am seeing here, create a creative space in your home, or give yourself space in your daily life to create. Be a divine creator. Second row out. Fourth card is the Queen of Wands. Guys, so much passion, fire, passion, creativity. Some of you guys, like, this energy, your sacral chakra is on fire right now, which may be why there could be some platonic friendships that are kind of pushing the line of, like, flirtatious sexual energy. Because when you have this very active sacral chakra energy, you know, that really does talk about creativity and that type of passion, and, you know, really allowing one feeling, one thought, one idea lead into the other, and following that flow and being in that state of mind and that state of being. You know, it's very synonymous to kind of following your more animalistic, lusty feelings, your flirtatious feelings. So this is a good month for passion of all kinds, whether that be creative passion or romantic passion. Okay, so whatever scenario you find yourself in this month, go with it. I'm seeing a sort of exploration of this energy. Some of you may be pushing the boundaries, or how do I put this in a G-rated way? I don't think I can say this in a G-rated way. I was gonna say, like, you may be exploring new interests in the bedroom that you once have not really explored, or you could be taking on a new partner for some of you. This could also just be creative, you know, like you are taking on a new creative project or idea that you had in the back of your head for a really long time, and you're actually starting to do it. But the Queen of Wands is a creative entrepreneur, okay? She has so much creativity, and she loves what she does, and the cat here represents following that cat-like intuition, that sacral chakra energy of just like, this is what my instincts are telling me to do, I'm doing it, without having so much thought process to block the creativity, because an overthinking mind is the opposite of a creative mind. Creativity flows like water or burns like fire. You know, once you start getting that, oh, well, what if this doesn't work? Or I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, that just completely blocks off the creative process. So I kind of see you opening this creative floodgate of just one idea after the other, doing this, doing that. And it's like, you know, you might be starting a blog, and then you have the idea, I'm going to paint my bedroom. And then you have the idea, when you're painting the bedroom, I'm going to, you know, create a garden. And then you build a garden. And when you're building a garden, you're like, I want to meet a new person and date them. And then you go dating. And then that person triggers a new idea. And it's like one thing after the other. Boom, 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 boom. All these creative ideas flowing. This is a great card for prosperity. I'm telling you, business owners or anyone watching who's like a freelancer or your own boss, or even if you have a creative hobby or interest that you dream of turning into a profit, this is your month to get started. Like, you could have a regular 9-to-5 job, but you always had this idea in the back of your mind, like, I want to write a novel. And you've had this idea for many, 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 many years. And for whatever reason, astrologically, like what's going on here, this is the month where you're randomly like, I'm actually going to start. And your beginning process may begin by like creating the physical space to do this. And that could be like creating, like I said, a writer's nook if you want to write a blog with like your computer, a little coaster to put your tea, and then creating space in your schedule every single day to work on this project. Like, okay, I'm giving myself 1 hour, 2 hours every single morning between 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and I am going to do nothing but write during this time. I don't care if it's good, I don't care if it's bad, I don't care if it's ugly. I'm just going to write and pour my ideas out there. So I see a process like that, and it actually takes you really, really far this month. So I love that. Center of your spread, we have 3 of Wands. Yeah, guys, I honestly feel like this is going to be one of those months where this time next month is going to look so different for you. Like, you're going to be looking back and be like, holy crap, the amount that I did this month was insane. The amount I accomplished, the goals I have fulfilled, you know, it's like you're on a whole new trajectory almost. And it's right underneath that 3 of Cups reverse. Some of you guys are, I'm seeing kind of a story here, like, you know how in like every modern hip hop song or R&B, not R&B, like hip hop, rap, it's always like bragging about like, you doubted me and now I have all this money, I have all this fame, all this glory, and haters gonna hate, you know, that's like every modern song is like that. I feel like that kind of is your story this month, where you have been daydreaming of being able to tell that story and say that you've overcome all these challenges and, you know, rags to riches. I had all these doubters and now here I'm thriving, I'm succeeding. You daydreamed of this day. And this month, instead of just thinking about it, you're actually doing it. So I am seeing a transition like that. I'm also seeing a transition. Some of you may be letting go of people in your life who I honestly see that they're simply not aligned with what you want. You know, Spirit is really guiding you at this time to focus more on your creativity, to focus more on your goals, your dreams, your wishes, your ideals. And I do feel like there may have been people in your life who were a bit of a distraction, particularly for some of you. This could be like a lusty distraction if you are single or you can date like that. Like, you know, the modern dating culture, a lot of people are not very authentic. A lot of people, it's just kind of like, let's keep things casual, or let's do it in this very weird way where like we're super sexually connected, but then the emotional stuff comes later, if at all. And it's just like, I feel like you might have been playing along to other people's tunes, like dancing along to other people's tunes, going along with what other people wanted, not even just romantically, but even friendship-wise. Kind of thoughtlessly, not gonna lie, Aries, don't shoot me, but kind of thoughtlessly going along with other people's ideals. And I feel like there's a wake-up call happening at this time in your life where you're just like, you know, you may have a friend in your life, for example, who every time you're with each other, you constantly just do something you hate doing. You know, maybe you just sit around and eat junk food and you hate that. You feel so gross, like you just watch TV and you're like, this isn't what I want to do. Like, I'm really just hanging out with this person to not be lonely, or just to like kill time or whatever. And it's like, why am I doing this? Or like if you're dating someone, seeing someone, you may notice like you always go there and, you know, you just sleep together, you don't even go on any fun dates or anything, and you're like, this isn't what I want. Like, why am I doing this? I am literally wasting my time, because even if I didn't talk to anyone, I didn't have any friends, and I wasn't dating anyone, I could be using this time to focus on my success story, to be creative. You know, wouldn't my time be better spent in my creative corner, my creative nook, working on the project that I want to work on the ideal that I have in my mind? Like, why am I going along with this? Out of the fear of being alone? Out of the fear of falling into loneliness again? Out of the fear of, you know, not fitting in with anyone? Like, why am I holding on to these certain friendships or very surface level relationships, doing things I don't like doing when I could be focusing on myself? So I am seeing a bit of that this month. 6th card out for you, Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is actually someone else in your life as well who's also a queen. We have 2 queens, and right in between them is success. So I do feel that there are people who are quite the inspiration for you this month. There are certain individuals in your life at this time who are kind of mirroring your journey to success, but they're completely different to you. So for example, if you're like a writer and your dream is to write a best-selling book, you know, you're going to actually focus on that this month. But there may be a really good friend of yours or someone you call up once a week and they have their own little dream, whatever it is. You know, it'll look different from you, but you kind of talk and share your creative ideas and fill each other in on what you're doing to fulfill this. And I just saw 234 on the clock. So that is an angel number, in my opinion, that really represents positive forward momentum. 234, when numbers go up like that. So we see here Other positive influences that you will notice mirroring, it'll be mirrored to you. The people in our lives that we spend the most time on or the most emotional energy on, they are almost always a mirror into our own soul. You know, when someone elicits an emotional reaction out of you, it's because there are parts of them that are mirroring something within yourself. And I kind of see that as why people may be walking away from you, or you may be like distancing yourself from certain individuals and feeling more close to other individuals this month. You may even be visiting a friend or someone who you just feel very inspired around, like two queens or two kings, whatever you ideal with, two leaders in their life, just connecting. And I'm just seeing beautiful collaboration of the minds. And it's not like you're necessarily working together in collaboration, but it's like you come together and you share all the good stuff, what you've been working on in your life, and they do the same thing, and you feel uplifted, you feel motivated, like you are surrounded with people now who equally want to better their lives and create something with their life. And it's so transformational because you look at them and you say to yourself, wow, like they're working so hard, they're so inspirational, like they're really going after their dreams, and it kind of motivates you to get off your butt and do it. Aries, I feel like there might have been a lot of people in your life who, how do I say this without being harsh, were losers, and or like just didn't have any, they didn't have to be losers, okay, that was really harsh, don't have any higher goals for themselves or their life. Like they're just very content with where they're at, very complacent, and you know, you didn't think much of it, like just being around those energies, like whatever. But it's like your energy is so different when you're surrounded by people who are like kind of doing better than you in life, who are working harder, being healthier, you know, people who got life going for themselves even better than you do. Like that is where the true inspiration starts striking, when someone else has their crap together way better than you do. Like those are the people you should be hanging out with, because you're gonna feel so like an almost not jealousy, but like a spark within you, like, oh my gosh, like they're doing all that, like they're working that hard, they're being that healthy, and here I am like not doing any of this, and it almost like pressures you to be better, to do more. Those are the people you should be surrounding yourself with. I forget who said this quote, but it's something along the lines of, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Okay, so I feel like that really resonates with this reading. Third and final row out, seventh card, we have Death reversed. Yeah, this is a card of letting go. It's time to let go of something. It's been long overdue. You know, I feel like Spirit is showing us that you've been holding on to someone or something a bit longer than you should have. And this, honestly, it doesn't feel like a huge person in your life, even though it is a major arcana card. This feels more so like maybe like someone you've been dating casually, or like a casual friend, or someone you've been spending time with. That's what it feels like for the majority of you. For others of you, I guess this could be family, because it is coming up in the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. It's just kind of like, you know, it's time to move on. You know, they're not really aligned with who you are. Like, you're this huge person, right? You're this huge person, this huge light in this world, and they're trying to treat you just like some, I don't know, like a small thing. Like, I don't know how to put it, but it's time to move on. We have the Page of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is giving us some indications on who this may be in your life. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they don't have to be. This is someone who, for a lot of you, they're just trying to, you know, get you in their bedroom. Like, honestly, that's what I'm seeing. For some of you, that's the case. They just want to sleep with you. And, you know, you're worth so much more than that. There's nothing wrong with, like, casual sex. There's nothing wrong with enjoying that pleasure. However, I just feel like you're at a point in your life where you want to be surrounded by people who value you and your mind, and who you have a deeper intimate connection with, even if it's nothing serious or deeply committed, like someone you're going to, you know, marry and spend the rest of your life with. Like, even if you can acknowledge that consciously, like, that person's not for me, they should still be like treating you like a human being, and, you know, have a lot of value for you. Like, even if it's something casual, lighthearted, and fun, you know, you should feel uplifted after spending time with them, inspired, and like I said, like that meeting of the minds type of energy. But we are seeing here a situation. This is someone who it's time to go. For some of you, honestly, I am getting that someone else is walking away from you. So if you have been treating anyone in your life kind of just like meh, they may be walking away from you this month. So just be weary of that. Like if there's anyone in your life who you're just like, oh, I'm not really into them, like whatever, they can fulfill this need, blah, blah, blah. Like they may be picking up on that and walking away. I don't know. It'll look different for everyone. Or walking away from each other. Final card out for you is the Hanged Man. Seeing things from a whole new perspective. I like the Hanged Man upright in this reading because this is showing like you looking at life from a whole different perspective this month. And I feel like long-awaited ideas and dreams, you're finally able to get started on them. And I just feel like you're seeing it from a different perspective. It's no longer like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources. It's now like, I'm gonna sit down and work on this even if it sucks, even if this is like the worst work I produce. As long as I sit down and do it and I'm creating something, that's better than nothing. And I just feel a greater sense of peace coming through for you this month, and prosperity that you have been waiting for. Like something you have been waiting for is coming through strongly because you're just you're expanding yourself, expanding your creativity, expanding the actions that you're taking, your experiences. I'm seeing a huge expansion of your energy, and it's going to bring in so much prosperity. I mean, we see that with the Queen of Pentacles as well. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Prosperity comes from creative ideas that you're finally taking action on. So that is your reading this month, Aries. Watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of this month ahead. If you want to support the channel, like this video, comment some thoughts and feelings down below. How did this resonate with you? Leave some love in the comment section. You can also leave a donation to this channel, or you can get a personal psychic reading with me, spiritual life coaching session, or buy my Goddess Energy Intention Oil, all of which you can find on my website, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.